Hi, babies. How are you, my loves, my sweets, my darlings, my dolls? How are you? This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Whenever you find it, it is the right time because it is timeless, and please use your own discernment and intuition. I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I'm not doing them, and I would never reach out to you anyway, so the people in the comments or DMing you in some platform, it's not me. Please report those people, and YouTube is my only platform, so do what you will with that information. Let's get into it, shall we? So the first song I got on shuffle was, it doesn't have any lyrics, so I'm not going to go any further into it really, but it was Citrine by Sapien Medicine. It's one of those healing frequencies. So I decided to look up what, oh, the AC kicked on. Hopefully it's not too loud. What its properties are. Citrine, the stone. It's often used for its purpose. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it's misspelled. Physical and emotional healing properties, as well as its association with attracting wealth and abundance. It is believed to promote a positive outlook, boost confidence, and encourage creativity. It helps with digestive health, aid in digestion, boost metabolism, help with conditions like bloating and sluggishness. Energy and vitality is believed to combat fatigue and restore vitality. Offering support for those with chronic fatigue, helps with hormonal balance, detoxification, and blood circulation. Confidence, self-esteem, positive outlook, creativity and motivation, clarity and focus, abundance and prosperity, emotional balance, and stress reduction. So I kind of see, you know, if you've been on your highest path, you've been growing, doing your best, you know, living life with your highest intentions, you know, trying to be your best self, good intentions for others and, you know, the collective, whatever. You're starting to get into this, like you're starting to glow, you're starting to feel better. Things are moving up for you. You're getting recognition, you're getting money. You know, things are slowly starting to step up. And if you're not seeing that and you're like, where's my abundance? Like, I've been working so hard. You might be missing like little steps, like little winks from the universe that you are abundant. So definitely like pay attention, like do your little gratitude thing for like just the littlest things. And then you'll start noticing others. And then, you know, it's like raking leaves. You know, you end up with this giant pile at the end of like, damn, I am abundant. Wow. The other song I got on shuffle is The Devil's Gift by Shaman's Harvest. Don't feel so bad because I'm gonna make it right. Isn't it sad that we've got to turn out the lights? And if you sign your name on the dotted line, I'm gonna take you back home. If you're coming in the front door asking for trouble, come up in the back and I'll be showing you my double. Better take a minute, I promise you are gonna thank me. I have 444 on the clock. See, I'm a real cool dude who likes to take his time. If you put your John Henry on the dotted line, I can give you whatever you want until you're begging me to stop the ride. Until you're begging me to stop the ride. Don't feel so bad because I'm gonna make it all right. Don't you be shy, boy. Hold your tongue. It's just a little pinprick and the job is done. What, you got cold feet? Don't you think that you can take me? Well, all you gotta do is meet me down at the crossroads when the moon is up and the sun is low. Before this night is over, you're gonna believe. I'm singing, hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally up the buckshot. One in the barrel, one making a hole. Better take your time with this one, man, or you'll sink. So what I'm getting here, people that try to come up against you, if you're on your highest path, you know, whatever, damn, like I just, random thing, my hand just feels super dry all of a sudden and like irritated, like the whole thing. So things are drying up for your ops, you know, the people that try to come up against you and stop, you know, your abundance, love, whatever, you know, and abundance can be on all levels, right? So things are drying up, and you know, they essentially signed a deal with the devil. They wanted to play, and my favorite part is, until you're begging me to stop the ride, you know, there's always two sides of a coin, you know? We've got yes, right? Yes, and then there's like, no, I didn't like that. Stop. You know, we've got yes, queen, yes. There's always two sides of a coin, right? Just as there is day that is bright and shunny. Somebody's getting shunned. Bright and sunny. I almost said shunny again. There is night with shadows and critters and darkness and things that lurk in the dark that you can't see. This person may be beginning to experience, or people, I'm just going to say people because you know it's probably many, that came up against you when you're just like trying to live your fucking life. They're starting to experience the consequences of that, you know, the other side of that coin. Oh, what? Don't you be shy, boy. Hold your tongue. What, you got cold feet? There's always two sides of that coin. There's always that polarity. That's what we live in. Yin and yang. Light and dark. Love and hate. You know, joy and sorrow. And it's always balancing, right? And I'm seeing that image of the scales where they weigh a man's, I forgot what it's called, but you know, it's got the feather on one side and the heart on the other. Like how pure and light is your heart, and you know, the heart is heavier still than the feather. And so it's that judgment. It's that, you know, it's like they forgot that they have to live with the consequences. They have to live with that judgment that comes with making these choices. And I said the flood waters rising, you without a paddle, bet you can't find me, I'm moving in the shadows. If you're gonna pray, you better pray in the light, because the devil's coming back home tonight. And so like this person, you know, made a deal with the devil. They may have tried to sacrifice you, or, oh, I can promise you somebody else. Or I'm even hearing some of these people may have offered up their children, shit like that. And it could be like literally they were like making literal deals with darker entities, or, you know, whatever, but also it could have just been they were just straight on demon time. They were just not living in the light and not like they were just in this arrogance that they're above universal law. They're above God's judgment. And so they were playing on this bullshit, gossiping, slandering, coming up against you in other ways, you know, maybe straight to your face or behind you, whatever it was to stop you. And, you know, whatever other weird things because they were jealous and insecure and sad and bored with their life and dissatisfied with their life. So they're coming up against you in these ways. But because they were so honed in and fixed in with their jealousy and just living in this deceptive energy, jealous energy, you know, whatever they were feeling. I just had the 10 of Wands, 10 of Beasts fall out in reverse. So any sort of burdens, anxiety that was being sent at you, I'm also getting like, I'm just literally hearing last night was the final time. So if people were coming up doing like literal magic on you and, you know, coming up against you in that way, or there were just such passionate angry conversations of gossip and like, fuck them, they're pieces of shit, I hope they die, you know, stuff like that. Just feeling so passionately. That's magic too. Using your word is your wand. And, you know, we got the 10 of Wands in reverse. You know, maybe it was this big group of people, 10 people, me, running their necks, bumping their gums, right? And just so passionate and jealous and full of darkness. And, you know, I'm definitely getting there was a lot of like entities feeding off these people, and the way they could avoid, you know, dealing with these entities, these demons or whatever, is by just sucking on other people's energy, doing their dirty work, you know, doing their bidding, if you will. And you've become so protected, and you're no longer able, like your shield, I'm just seeing like a shield around you. You can't be, you're impenetrable now. You can't, people can't stick their little straw in you and suck out your energy. And so these entities don't have anywhere to feed. They don't have anything to feed. They don't, so they're starting to take these people out. They're starting to just feed on these people that, you know, they could offer up other people's energy. But now that, you know, things are coming to light that there are people that drain on other people's energy, people that steal your energy, you know, that don't generate or refuse to learn to generate their own or whatever it is. Things are becoming more aware to us, like they're coming to light for us. We're coming more aware of that you can't, no, I'm not going to let you have my energy. Fuck off. I don't care. Like, talk your shit. I'm still going to keep doing this. Do your manipulation bullshit, whatever. No. We have 4 of Curses in reverse, which is the 4 of Cups in this deck, and 5 of Curses in reverse. Literally all I'm seeing with that 10 of Beasts, the 4 of Curses, and the 5 of Curses all being in reverse, you're no longer burdened by whatever energy they were projecting on you. They were trying to dead, like with it being a cemetery, I couldn't think of the word, wow. With it being a cemetery, they were like, maybe some people were sending in weird ass death magic, you know, trying to dead anything in your life, like stop anything from progressing or growing, you know, that type of bullshit. All of that's falling off. Like they did it for the final time. And whenever you find this message, I'm getting like the last moon cycle, like that people were working with the moon and casting spells and you know, that type of shit. That was their last and final time. Like, they're getting their asses clapped. We have the 4 of Curses, which is the 4 of Cups in reverse. Like, it's now seen. Like, you're finally, like, maybe it was revealed to you who was doing this, or you're like, wow, this person was coming up against me. What the hell? Like, I didn't even know this. And, oh, sorry, I was distracted by a vehicle out there. Like, it was just revealed to you in just the most perfect way, and you were able to put even more of a shield up, because maybe you were open to this person or whatever it was. And now, like, you're no longer in this shitty ass energy, like with the 5 of Curses being in reverse. You flushed that bullshit. You're done. It's over. And you're no longer in this like depression, anxiety, dissatisfaction with life. You're realizing, oh, okay, well, I won't be bothered by these things and affected by these things if I do the healing in these sections, you know, of my psyche, in the sections of like how I move through life, my emotions, my traumas, whatever. If I put healing and love on that at 4:55 on my clock, if I put healing and love on that, then I can't be affected there. I'm gonna be strong. And I'm getting these people are like literally being haunted. So they may have been like trying to send, like if they were on some actual magic bullshit, if they weren't, then, you know, they were just straight talking shit or whatever. They're having this like, it's like this paranoia that people are doing the same thing to them because they're living in that guilt. And they cannot relax, they can't sleep because they're like being haunted by that. But they're unaware that that's why they're being haunted. They're just like, oh, people are coming up against me. Oh, they're gonna overthrow me. It's like somebody got like a manager position or a king position. You know, I'm just seeing a king that's like paranoid, that did some greasy stuff to get there, and now they're paranoid that other people are gonna try and overthrow their reign. And they may not be wrong. But they're in this like crazy paranoia, and they're essentially going to create, like, they're going to be their own demise. And you're no longer in this like they wanted you in this like depression energy, like fearful, like that things are going to get taken away from you, so you mess up your own blessings. Or they wanted you to think that you're small and not worthy and all of this other weird stuff. Because that's how they feel. Now they're, you know, the devil's coming back for their payment, right? So I flipped this over and it came sideways. I'm seeing that as like fleeting success. They got their win, and once again the Knight of Swords, it kind of fell sideways also. And see how like there's that sword cutting through the bullshit. So they're gonna have this like fleeting success, like you won at what cost. And then because they won this thing, they're gonna be so paranoid, and you know, they got what they thought they wanted, whatever. They're gonna be so paranoid that they're going to be their own demise. And their mask and, you know, their little costume that they're wearing is going to be, I'm not seeing it fully ripped off, but people are gonna start seeing it for what it is. And you're over here like with the citrine energy, just like getting blessed and healing. If you had like health issues, you're coming back to like being more healthy, and you're working on yourself. If you needed to lose weight, you're losing it, you know, whatever. Eight of Cups, this is the Eight of Pentacles in this deck. You're the one over here doing the work. Like, you're on your grind, and it's paying off. All this patience and faith is paying off. And, you know, it's just another reminder to get back into your gratitude. This person is straight up being haunted. I keep seeing like a shadow in like somebody's closet. Like, and they're like all like in bed, just like with, you know, making sure their cover is over their covers are over the head and stuff like that, because they're like straight seeing shit. They're, whatever entities they were messing with or whatever, they're full on being like tormented by them, because you didn't do anything wrong, and you got stronger and stronger and worked on yourself, and, you know, you're taking accountability, and you weren't in this victim mentality that you're owed something, whatever. So you're getting your blessings, and you're becoming stronger, more resilient, and this magic with, you know, gossip, whatever it is, doesn't affect you anymore, because you know if you give it power, and two, it doesn't work, and two, the stronger you get and where you heal your weak points, like say you get anxious over money, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna heal that. I'm going to step further into my fate. I'm having fear, so I'm gonna step further into this. Fuck you. You're not winning. And by doing that, you get stronger and stronger, and these people can't affect you anymore. You're on that grind, you're doing that work, whatever that looks like. Yeah, this person, like, these people are straight, like, if they sent, like, entities or anything your way, they are, like, I'm getting some of these people, like, straight summoned some shit and tried to send it your way, and now, because that thing can't affect you anymore or whatever, I'm just seeing, like, all of these, like, entities, shadows, like, swirling around in somebody's house. Like, they are straight, like, seeing, like, anytime out of the corner of their eye, it's, like, something moving, and they're like, oh, God. They're, like, in this straight, fearful... Like, this person doesn't like being home because there's so much shit in their house, like, energy-wise. Like, they're always out doing something just to, like, to be around people so they don't have to, because they're, you know, they want to feed, of course, to feed these energies, but that's soon gonna not be able to be a thing. Either they're gonna be sat down, like, go to jail or something, or they're not gonna be able to go out and spend money or drive or whatever they were doing to get away. And, you know, maybe these people that saw, yeah, 7 of Curses, they're, like, straight seeing all kinds of shit. Like, there's just, like, they're confused. They're like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm just losing it. They're losing it. That's, like, confusion, delusion, all kinds of crazy shit going on in somebody's head. 7 of Curses, that's the 7 of Cups. And it's like, you played the game, you wanted to make a deal with the devil. Oh, you didn't realize there's another side to that coin. Welcome. The devil is always a lie. Yeah, this person is just gonna look exhausted and more depleted, like, shriveled up. That's why I was feeling the dryness. You're gonna start noticing them, like, drying out. Because, like, any energy that made them, like, look plump and good, that was, like, your energy or other people's energy that these entities were, like, helping them. It was like the little reward that they got, 2222 on the timer, the little reward they got for stealing people's energy and, you know, offering up sacrifices and you know, whatever it was to these energies. And they're gonna start shriveling up. They're gonna start drying up. Like, you're gonna see them, like, look just worn out because they can't be at their house. They can't sleep. The Chariot fell mostly upside down with the Ace of Curses, which is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I'm just seeing, like, dryness, like, shriveled up. If you're not seeing these people, like, people are starting to notice, like, dude, you good? Like, what's up with you? Why are you looking like that? Why are you moving like that? And soon, because they tried to I'm getting some people, like, tried to mess with your mind, confuse you, mess with your memory, that type of stuff. They are getting that. They're going to start losing their memory, losing their mind. Their Knight of Curses in reverse. See, look at that shadow thing behind. They're 100% going to be haunted like a motherfucker. Whether it's them, their guilt of, like, what they did, and so they're having to live in that paranoia that people are doing the same to try to overthrow them and take it away from them. And they're, like, losing this feeling of control. And honestly, it's going to be shown either to people or themselves that they're weak-willed. With that Chariot in reverse, they're weak-willed. They don't have a strong spirit, inner mind, whatever. And any of the abundance, love, life force that they try to steal from you with that Ace of Curses, like, that's like a cup being poured out. They were always emptying your cup. They're having to live with that. They're just going to be shriveled up, dried, exhausted, confused. Like, I'm just getting, like, what the hell? I have 5:05 on my clock. And straight just being haunted. You're going to see, like, if you're around these people and you know them, you're going to start, or like maybe this wasn't happening to you and somebody else, you're just gonna start seeing them like shriveling up and be like, dude, you look rough. It's because they're being literal haunted by what they did. And that Knight of Curses in reverse is like living with, excuse me. Damn, so they may have tried to stop your voice or stop you from talking, and now they're going to be paranoid anytime that you come to open your mouth because they think that you're going to spill all their secrets, and because that's what they did to you. Do what you will, I mean, but they're going to be isolated, alone, and they're going to have to just sit in their little prison of a mind, of a life, even a prison of a life, and deal with the shit that they did, the darkness. You know, I'm kind of seeing that as like a cave underwater. You gotta deal with that, babe. Sorry. What? I do have to go, babes. I love you so much. You're getting so many blessings, balance, love, abundance. All of these things are coming back in for you as you rightfully deserve them. You paid your karmic debt by dealing with these crazy ass motherfuckers, and you have nothing to worry about except for all these gains you're getting and where you're gonna put it all. So keep it up, babes. I'm so proud of you. Love you. Bye.